We're streaming live now. So, boop that baby. All right, and then we just go to Twitch. Tanks. Right. And now sit here for a little bit. I think I was just sitting with a hunch, giving a fly. Read all the stuff. One go. Low. No, I was. Yeah, change here. I mean, not very hungry. Why it up, signal holds out, but we will see. Hey, look. Record notification. I am tired. Oh man, I slept at like 8,500 feet. I only had like 900 feet in elevator. Oh my god, but it went straight up over like 3 miles. And it was just brutal. Hey, El Plagiato, hey, how's it going? Endangered tater. No, I'm gonna die. Hey, Fenra, how's it going? Heading downhill, I see. Finally, Gecko. I started stream and at the peak of this, the La Vie Pass. For the past 3 miles, man, I have been walking straight uphill for like a 1,000 elevation foot and change thing. Oh boy. The peak is this sign. Well, there you go. No, it's not. I'm going downhill right now. The peak is not this sign. It's a lie. Oh, but there it is. Vita Pass Summit, elevation 9,413 feet. Hey, Flip, how's it going? Hard to sleep because of the altitude? It was hard to eat because of the altitude this morning. I was only able to get down like 3/4 of a sandwich, and I haven't even been able to break into the chips. And already I kind of want to throw up, to be honest with you. There be trees in these mountains. Lol. Hey, thanks. Audio and signal improved. Now, who would have known 50 feet makes that difference? It can, given a fly, it can. And good morning, Miz, and everyone else here. I didn't see Miz. Oh, there you are. Hey, good morning, Miz. Sorry, I missed your message. If the other's flat, why are there so many hills? Now, that's a good question, each and everything. And why am I dying here in the Rockies? Lol. It is beautiful, though. Look at all these beautiful. I think these are yellow birch. They got like this yellowish tinge to them. It's kind of weird. But it's beautiful out here. What's the decimal after the 9? Fix your green screen, 9 feet. Psh. Lol. 9,413 foot in elevation. Hey Davey, how's it going? All right. And now it's downhill. This is so much easier than that uphill section was. It's a good little change of pace now. I beat the heck out of my legs doing that walk, but we're good now. If you were a space giant, Earth would feel as smooth as a cue ball. That's true. Yeah, KJ, we just passed by the sign. We're at 9,413 feet in elevation at the peak of the La Vida Pass summit. So we're up there, man. We're up there. And I beat myself up this morning. That, like, oh my God. Basically, in one day, man, we went up 3,000 foot in elevation in less than 24 hours. It's kind of crazy. Take pics on Discord. Got some awesome views, man. Thanks, Davey. And hey, Lee, how's it going? We went from 6,200 to 9,400, so like 3,200 foot in elevation change in under 24 hours. So the lack of oxygen up here is taking a bit of a toll, I'm not gonna lie. There's only 11 miles of height between the lowest ocean trench and the top of the highest mountain. Interesting. It's thin, Poco Buchan, for sure. So it made that hike very, very hard to get up here. But to be honest with you, the biggest side effect I'm having from the lack of oxygen up here is it's making it hard to keep my food down. So I was only able to eat about 3/4 of a foot long sandwich. I wasn't able to break into the chips, so they're just here until I feel hungry again. But it's been kind of crazy. You're a little crazy. What's ET short for? Because he's got tiny legs. Lol. Hey, Beats International, and good morning, Rob's World. Good morning, Raheen. Good morning, Kevin and Earth. Sorry, I missed all these messages. Oh, did you see the documentary Men in Black? Lol. Good morning, Green Herring. They're a part of it for some reason. And good morning, Pookie. How's it going? It's the ending scene of 1 or 2. Interesting. Alright, let's do this thing. Good morning, T. Woo! Entering Sangre de Cristo National Heritage Area. Well, look at that. I don't know how altitude had an impact on appetite. Again. So, hold on. Woo. It's just hypoxia, Flip. It's just a lack of oxygen in your system. All of a sudden, it's the busiest, whatever, man. But a lack of oxygen in the system makes all of your bodily functions less efficient, including the digestive tract. And one of the things that your digestive tract will do is if it starts to get overfilled, it'll tell itself it needs to purge it, throw it up, get rid of it. That's to not damage it. So I feel really full because my digestive system is really, really slowed. And because of that, I can't eat. What's up, Mr. Footlong? How's it going? Is it just me or is the voice getting higher pitched with every good morning? It probably is. West of Jasper is higher in elevation if you're going that way. I'll have to look indicator, but yeah, you're probably right. Have me some IHOP breakfast, chocolate pancakes. That doesn't sound like Subway to me, Raheen. Where's the footlong? Sean finally made it to 9 foot peak. Lol. It's beautiful, Kevin and Earth. It's beautiful. We are just like in it, man, just surrounded by mountains and endless blue skies. I saw a live snake this morning, by the way, and I panicked and ran by it instead of stopping to take a picture for you guys because it scared me. But it was there. I also saw a bunch of deer yesterday and the pronghorn antelope yesterday. It's been pretty good for wildlife. Thank God I was worried after the first 2 feet is rough. Lol. They were foot-long chocolate pancakes. Ah, delicious. All right. Oh my God. All right. Just take a look at that view to our left there for a second. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I swear I'm mad at the Rockies for what they do, for making me like climb up elevation like I just had to do, but I will never get sick of these views. Beautiful. Curves, hills, trees, ooh. Hey Brett, how's it going? Lovely view. Hey Aaron, at what altitude did you stop last night? I was at about 8,600 foot last night when I stopped. So I made it to 9,400 this morning. So roughly an 800 foot elevation battle this morning. Just to go back down on the other side. Here we go. Trying to squeal like a girl and run instead of taking a pic for us. Listen, I don't want to mess with venomous snakes, Miz. It ain't for me, thank you. Nice, congrats on making partner, by the way. Thanks, Rob's World. Yeah, it almost took 3 months for him to get back to us, but we finally did, and it's been awesome. I think Twitch is doing maintenance because no links are working. Interesting. After 2 weeks walking uphill and low oxygen, you're gonna feel like a superhero when you're back near sea level. I think so, Flip. I'm actually looking forward to walking through Arizona because I feel like it's gonna be super easy through the desert. Good morning, K911. How's it going? Let me, yeah, okay. Alright, let's do it. You know that training method where all those like high-end athletes do high altitude training so that their performance at or near sea level is far better than it would have been had they trained at sea level. Let's do it. Woo! From his side of the pond, what does sea monsters eat for lunch? Fish and chips? Oh. You've made so much progress since last time I watched the stream. Go you. Hey, Jolie Woolly Wool. We've been killing it specifically in like the past week, man. In the past week, I think we've only had one day that was less than 25 miles, and that was a 23-mile day. We've just been, like, striving to get through these Rocky Mountains. Got awesome views in this part of the trip. Soon you'll be heading towards Grand Canyon. Yes, sir. That's the plan. Well, Four Corners first, then Navajo Nation. Then we'll be walking Grand Canyon adjacent, and I don't know if we will have time to stop it. But we will see. We will see. Oh my God, is it gorgeous here. I don't know how reliable service is going to be through the Rocky Mountains though, guys, to be honest with you. I know we got a clean stretch right here according to Danger Tater, but then it goes rough again as we turn away from the cell signal on top of this mountain to our left. So hopefully it holds pretty well. If not, I know we're getting closer to a city at the end of the day today, Fort Garland, so we may have to like cut it up and do 2 streams in one day, I guess. Do a stream this morning and then do another one in the afternoon. Just dodging the low signal area might be the way to go. Hey, Donnie Jenkins, America the Beautiful. Absolutely, man. I don't think, personally anyway, like my personal opinion, I don't think there's a single more beautiful place on the entire continental United States of America than the Rocky Mountains, man. I think this is gorgeous. Will Grand Canyon be more difficult because of the terrain? It's mostly flat unless you go down into the canyon, Davey, so probably not. Probably pretty easy. Like I said, I don't know though if we're going to be able to make it to the Grand Canyon. It's like slightly off of our route. But we'll see. I hope we do. I hope we get to take the extra time and go. That's kind of why I'm pushing myself now, so that I can save up as many off days so I can use them to go to the Grand Canyon, you know? See the sights, do the do. Good morning, Beat Tracker. How's it going? Sorry, guys. I had a battle and a half before stream started this morning, climbing like 800 foot in elevation to get to the peak height of 9,413 feet. So now I'm just kind of like soaking in this easy downhill stride. It feels real nice. Good morning, Sean. The Twitch bot says you just advanced to level 9,413. Woo! This reminds me of New Zealand. I've never been given to fly, but it's on the list of places to go. I gotta do the Hobbit Trail. I have to do the Hobbit Trail because I'm a nerd and I love it. So nice. So nice. Told my doctor I heard buzzing, but he said it's just a bug going around. Whoa. Love it. Also, it's fun to think that the last time I was in Colorado, right, if I was up at 9,400 foot in elevation, I'd be walking through snow right now. It's pretty crazy. I've now seen it in the two extremes of weather, I think. The heat of summer and the snowfall. Take a turn and show you guys Rough Mountain and Silver Mountain too. You got Rough Mountain on the right back there and Silver Mountain on the left. I slept right underneath Rough Mountain, like at one of the inclines of Rough Mountain. It was pretty cool. There you go. Old Castle APC 7 okay. Did you have a long rest yesterday? Then you went up that big hill when you saw the animal in the distance? I did not rest yesterday at all, Davey. We did 26 miles. In fact, we were forced to start late yesterday. Because I had to do laundry in the morning, which really stunk, and get enough water because it was gonna be 3 days until we hit the next place that we could get supplies and get enough sandwiches. So we didn't start walking until like 11:30 yesterday, and I walked until it got dark out at like 7:45. And then I was forced to stop because I couldn't walk on this really dangerous uphill section with all the cars going by at night. I can tell the trucks are on the downside hauling booty. Lol. What's the temp like out there? Much colder than I'm used to, Donnie Jenkins. Because we're so high up, the temps have dropped like crazy. It was 45 degrees when I got up this morning. I think the high today is supposed to be like 68 degrees. Which is crazy considering we've been walking through almost 100 degrees to get to the Rockies. What else is crazy, man, is when it's 45 degrees out, let me tell you, you do not want to leave that tent. That tent is so warm. That tent is your best friend, and you love it firmly. And trying to get up to start breaking down your camp is one of the hardest things you'll do on this trip. It hurts so bad. Do a lot of stuff off stream. Do you enjoy the moment? When I can, yeah. One of my favorite things I've been doing lately, Davey, is links are fully broken. That's interesting. But one of the things I've been doing lately, Davey, is I've been opening my tent up late at night when the stars come out and just looking up at the night sky. When I get days off, I really get to explore the areas, and those are kind of like the really fun ones. Yeah. Our next day off is going to be up in Alamosa. Good sleep, I bet. It was awesome. I did get woken up by a couple of animal sounds at like 2 o'clock in the morning. and I was not opening up my tent to see what animals were making sounds out in the morning. So instead I just grabbed my iPad and like played some sound clips to make them go away. But then I had a hard time going back to sleep because I didn't know what was going on around me, you know? I was in like a state of alertness. So I was talking to a couple people in the laundromat yesterday, and they were telling me about encounters that they had recently with black bears and with mountain lions, so I was like a little spooked, I think. You're going to hurt Mr. Wilson's feelings if you don't talk about how much you love your tent. Hello. I love Mr. Wilson too, although yesterday and this morning, Mr. Wilson was kind of brutal getting him up that hill. He's a big, fat, heavy boy. Was that truck overtaking another truck? Well, it was a truck overtaking a camper. Communicating with the wildlife? A little bit. You're just supposed to like make noise to scare them away if they get interested by your tent. And so I used my iPad to make noise so that I didn't have to go screaming like a madman at 2 o'clock in the morning. Seeing your UFO in the sky, lol. I bet it's awesome seeing all the stars though. It really is. And like I said, Davey, when you're this high up, man, you can see the shapes of satellites in the sky too. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. What really sucked though was that I really had to go pee when I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going out there. Not with like a potential mountain lion or something like that staring right at the tent. So I just kind of had to get back in my sleeping bag and hold it. It's amazing the sense of security a tent gives you. I was not feeling super secure last night, I'll be honest with you, Chevy. But like I said, it's just because of the locals yesterday got me all spooked up talking about the encounters of black bears and mountain lions. Black bears I'm not even all that afraid of. If a black bear comes rummaging up to the tent, all you have to do is make a little noise and you'll spook them away. It's no big deal. Mountain lions, that's a different story. That's a different story. Sound clips to scare animals. The clip of you playing with Cornelius might scare them all. It scared me the first time I heard it. Oh, not a Korn fan, Principal Matthew? Well, Freak on a Leash. Not the song for you. You're a little like a freak on a leash. Blah, blah, blah. I bet it's little things like that which make your trip worth it are awesome, man. Hey, thanks, Davey. I appreciate it. Honestly, I don't know if there's something wrong with me in the head, Davey, but the things that I find make this trip most worth it are the hard parts. Making it through the really, really hard parts and just that instant, like, gratification sense of, sense of accomplishment that you get making it through a really hard part of the trek is honestly my favorite feeling. So like this morning, man, getting up to that summit at 9,413 feet was like, yes, baby, yes. As long as you don't have food in the tent. Oh, Shabby, I definitely have food in the tent. I have no other option but to cuddle with my cooler of subs. I don't have rope to hang it from a tree. I got nothing. They're in that cooler, which I think helps hide the scent of it a little bit. But I got no choice. I got to keep them in there. Whew. Which is why I'm so concerned about, you know, bears and mountain lions, because they are literally attracted to me. Buy the food I carry. Are you hoping your stench is overpowering enough to deter the wildlife? I'm just hoping that when I hear them, I play sounds or I make sounds, and that's enough to deter them. Generally speaking, they won't mess with something that they're unfamiliar with. So, like, the more you challenge them, the less they want to mess with it. But also, I'm sure my stench doesn't hurt. It might help a little. I think my stench might cover up the stench of the sandwiches. That, and believe it or not, and I don't know if this is getting too TMI, but it's a survival tactic, and it is something I usually do. But after setting up my tent, I usually will go about 10 feet away from the tent and just pee a little bit, just to like kind of mark the area and cover the sense of anything that might be interested in. So yeah, I do that too. Would an air horn work to scare the bears off? An air horn would definitely work, yeah, Flip. That might be a little bit too much though. Try going back to sleep after having a bear encounter and an air horn going off in your limited size tent. Ziploc bags may help cover the smell of the sandwiches. Yeah, that's true. I think the cooler is probably enough, but I mean, only one way to find out. That's not a stench, that's earth shield, lol. Well, that's the other thing too, is like I try to, hey Krusty Teddy, by the way, how's it going? I try to find areas that are hard to access for wildlife, like, so I'm obviously not sleeping on any wildlife game trails or anything like that. Yesterday I slept on a place that had a hard slope to my north and a really hard downslope to the south, and I was just kind of sleeping on a ridge. So the only way to access it was by the roadway, and there was a fence behind me, so nothing could really come up from behind me, and the only way that it could come was from the roadway, where animals are less likely to be because of the moving traffic, obviously. So that's how I stayed safe. Climb, climb, climb. Gosh, RX, man, we were at 9,413 feet in elevation at the summit of the La Vida Pass about 20 minutes ago. You're having your goal and achieving it. You're doing a great job. Thanks, Davey. If you need to throw something foody to distract a bear away from the tent, is Cornelius first on the list? I don't think a bear would chase after Cornelius, I'm going to be honest with you. Don't worry about hearing wildlife. Lions don't make any sound. Well, that's the, okay, so that was the real concern, Principal Matthew, is I only heard one sound, like something brushed against one plant. And because it was just a small little sound and then nothing afterwards, it made me think mountain lion. That's like the first place I jumped to. I was like, oh, that's a mountain lion. Yep, yep, right on the mountain. Yep, that's where it is. Probably nothing. Honestly, it was probably just like a rock falling into a bush, but it was enough to spook me. They've been known to break onto cars because someone left a pack of gum inside. So, Shavy, I went to, back in October, I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, right? We were staying in a nice little house that my girlfriend's family had. And while we were there, her aunt had driven her car up, and while they were unpacking things out of the car, right? They had left it unlocked. They just finished unpacking, so they closed everything up and we got in the house. We weren't there for like 15 minutes before we looked outside and saw this little juvenile bear walk right on up to the car and open up the unlocked front door of the car. Just they knew how to open up the car door. My girlfriend's sister thought pretty quickly, grabbed the set of keys and set off the alarm, and that was enough to spook the bear to run away before it got inside the car and caused any damage. But they do know how to get in cars, for sure. Bears enjoy having fresh breath, you can't blame them. Lol. Actually, I would imagine bears' breath is pretty fresh. All they eat is like berries. Not a grizzly bear though, they're salmon eaters. Their breath probably smells. But a black bear, they probably got good breath. Sucked on some water, good stuff. Help combat a higher elevation with water. I got a friend, Chevy, that just calls black bears big raccoons. That's all they are to him. Good morning, G. How's it going? They're just big, less aggressive raccoons. All they eat is berries. Isn't it though, Danger Trader? This is my element, man. I'm just so happy to be here right now, to be honest. It's beautiful. Also getting our first look at some red rocks here on the side of the road too, which is nice. Another thing Colorado is known for, the red rocks. High in iron concentrate. Kansas, lol. Kansas wasn't that bad. I like Kansas. But I just can't compare to the Rocky Mountains. I mean, come on, look at this thing. Just look at it. Ranch, no trespassing. Okay, I won't. Kansas was that bad? No, it wasn't, man. I liked Kansas. Yeah, well, parts of Kansas anyway. I did not like that 4-day stretch where it was over 100 degrees for 4 days. That wasn't fun. But parts of Kansas were really nice. Okay, but sad, lol, it's going to be 110 today, way too hot. Oh my god, that's awful, G. It's going to be 68 for a high here where I am in the Rockies. And it was 45 degrees this morning when I woke up, man. Got lovely blue sky, hardly no clouds. It's awesome. Coloretto, lol. It was, if you pass a small cactus, can you put it on your pocket and bring it back for me? I tried, Gecko. And all I did was stab myself, that one cactus. Hey, Gracie, how's it going? I'll try again, though. I'll find another cactus. I'll stab myself again for science. I love the cold. You're living in the wrong place for the cold, G. Oh, man. I gotta tell you, my body does not handle the cold as well as it used to right now. I lost all of my blubber, man, and now 45 degrees feels frigid to me. It's gonna be weird when I have to fly back home in November and go back to New England in November. With no body fat. Yeah, well. I had to ride back from Cali next to a cactus plant my mom got, and they kept poking me. Oh, good morning, Foxy Grandpa. How's it going? And good morning, son. There are all kinds of shapes of cactuses in Arizona. Take your pick. Soon we hope to move. All right, sounds good, G. I'm excited to see the different types of cactuses. All I've seen right now are the little tiny ones that grow on the side of the road occasionally. But I kind of want to drink cactus juice. Because I hear you can do that. Obviously, you got to be really, really careful with it and make sure you're not taking from the wrong type of cactus, but I kind of want to give it a try. All right. You don't like a little from a cactus? 30 minutes old. It's for science, Gecko. I don't mind getting stabbed by a cacti for science. I've never been stabbed by one before, so I had to try it with that last one. See what it would feel like. Every time it poked me, I said, ow, son of a, the plant was named when we got it home. Oh. It's a good name for a cactus, though. A whole bunch of cows to my left, just kind of like hanging out in the field, and one of them is just staring straight at me. I think that's the alert cow watching me, learning. Based on your first science theory, does that mean you'll fight a bear too? Listen, if a bear is looking for a fight, Gecko, I don't think I have a choice but to fight a bear. Nope. a bear decides that it wants to mess with you one day, and it's not a false charge, it's just coming at you, you really don't have much of a choice but to try to fight that thing. You can't outrun them, that's for sure. They will beat you down. And you will probably lose. But that's life. Good cows. Do you see those fences over on your left? Those are snow fences. They're used to attempt to stop blowing snow across the highway during winter. Is that what they are? I've been seeing them like crazy, Principal Matthew. I guess that makes sense. Put $1 on you versus the bear. Lol. What are those several rows of things to the field on your left? There you go, Soda. Those are the snow fences, I guess. They're used to try to stop blowing snow from blowing on the highway. Interesting. I haven't seen a single bear this year. Oh, well, that's weird. They usually come through our property on the way to a dump. I think they seem so playful. They say the scenery is finally something nice and different to look at. Yeah, it's beautiful, Ziggy. We're out of Cornland, USA, man. I did not personally realize how big Cornland, USA was. Don't get me wrong, I always knew Kansas was Cornland, USA. But I did not realize that Western Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri were all also Cornland, USA, so I did not realize we were going to be in there for just months on end. I thought it was pretty much just going to be Kansas. Boy, was I wrong. I thought snow fences were to stop avalanches. I don't think you're going to get too many avalanches here, just because it's not, like, steep enough for them. But maybe. Blowing snow across huge drifts on the road, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would pretty much just imagine that this road, 160, just closes down entirely in the winter, is what I would have thought, but I guess not. Like, this seems like a long road to maintain for just a mountain pass. No, whoa. I didn't realize how big it was, miss. I just thought it was Kansas. I thought Kansas was Cornville and that was it. But nope. Cornville was much larger than I anticipated. About 3 months of Cornville. But now we know. With corn. That's why you have to vacation far away. Who wants to travel somewhere that's the same? Fair enough. Your live stream is also Cornland, USA, if you count all the corny jokes that are told. Ah. Oh, dead deer on the side of the road. Gross. We have serious equipment for these roads here. I guess so, Hattrick. You'd need them. So, gross fact about roadkill in Colorado, by the way. In areas where the oxygen is thinner, like where we are now, it takes significantly longer for a piece of roadkill to decay. Gross. So they will last on the side of the road for much, much longer than anywhere else. Sifk, it is beautiful, man. Welcome to the Colorado Rocky Mountain Highs. Colorado mountains, flowers, and fluffy cows, perfect. What more do you need? What more do you need? I mean, you still like Indiana better though, Miz? I'm a Colorado fan for sure, for sure. I'll be honest, I don't know if I could live here though. I'm just, I think, at this point in my life, way too accustomed to the population size of Massachusetts in that area. And like moving to a place like this that's just like a lot more rural would be a tough transition. No good. Sometimes the roads close in winter just long enough for snowplows to clear the road, then it reopens, depends on the amount of snow blocking the road. We have the same deal in California mountains. Oh, I can't remember now, but isn't the plowing where you are different? Sorry, I can't remember what it's like out there. Was there a shortage of plow drivers? There was, yeah, there was a shortage this year of plow drivers, so they were paying them like obscene amounts, like $50 an hour if you had a plow, which was crazy. But we don't have really, where I'm from, in Massachusetts, we don't have any roads that just like close down for the winter until you get into Western Mass, then they do, dirt roads. But there's just like fleets and fleets of plows going all the time during the winter. Hey, Mr. Goom Booms, how's it going? Indiana, 100% for me, nice. No scavengers around there? Not really, Pookie. It's too high up for a lot of wildlife, so there's not as many wildlife, which means it's not worth it for like vultures to be around here. There's not enough oxygen to supply flies. So flies won't come and lay their eggs in roadkill for maggots or anything like that. So no, they just, roadkill lasts a while. Almost perfect, needs a splash of corn here and there. Lol. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Indiana was definitely in the corn belt, Miz. You like Indiana a lot. I mean, there's corn there. That's just how it goes. It's going okay? Okay is good, I'll take okay. I would never be able to go back to country living after living in a city. That's, it's weird. City's too much for me too, Ziggy. Because I definitely need to be able to go out and like see the mountains and everything like that. But I feel like central Massachusetts is a good spot. Close enough to the city where it's like a 40-minute drive if I ever wanted to go in. I'm also a 40-minute drive from the mountains in New Hampshire. You know, it's good. There's enough people to keep me entertained, but not too many people to get me stressed out. It's a good spot. A couple years ago, plow piles over the street signs. Yeah, I'm sure. I couldn't wait to get back to the country after living in town. Lol. I'm surprised not seeing anyone stop to help not pushing a baby over the Rockies. Unfortunately, it's like super dangerous to stop on this road. So this is a 65-mile-per-hour road with a lot of 18-wheelers and semis that struggle really, really hard to get up the inclines here. So if you stop, you're like risking stopping an 18-wheeler from making it all the way up to the top. So, and there's not a whole lot of cutouts like this one here. People who live in snow complain about snow. People, I think Danger Tater, generally people just like want one or two things in their life to complain about. Everyone's got to complain about something, you know? With UT, I'm used to acres of land, wanting to murder people for a year in the apartment. Yep. I live in a city that's 30 minutes from the sea and 45 to the mountains. See, that's a good set. That's a good setup, Flip. Now, what the perfect setup is if you could get what Gecko's talking about, land with a couple of acres to yourself, a little bit of privacy, but in that area that's so close to the city and so close to the mountains, you can get the best of both worlds. That's the dream. That's me. I'm them people. Whoa. I like to be able to walk to the store in the winter instead of driving in the snow. 5 minutes drive, only an hour walk from town. Whoa. Ain't it funny how that works, T? How a 5-minute drive is an hour-long walk? Weird. So weird. All right, let's do it. Hearing a lot of those clicking bugs now. Good morning, Bill Nye. How's it going? If you want 5 acres, hold out your hand. I'll get the hammer. Lol. That's why there's usually 2 lanes on the uphill side of them mountain passes. Yep, exactly, Chevy. Exactly why there's 2 lanes on the uphill side here and only 1 lane on the downhill side. Owning acres of land in the UK requires you to be rich. Well, okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's your rope. I don't believe you walked to the town and stream it in support of Sean's walk. Lol. I do miss to blow up in the cow pond. Interesting. So there's a cabin that a family friend of ours owns, Ziggy. It's a weird story. Up in the White Mountains in New Hampshire. And there's a guy that lives up there that we don't really know all too well. We just know him for like a couple of times we said hi to him while driving by or whatnot to get to our cabin. But this guy loves making fireworks, loves making his own fireworks in his basement. Or he did until about 3 years ago when he blew his own hand up making a cherry bomb. Crazy thing. Because gravity vehicles travel slower uphill, this allows for passing. Hello, TNT fishing. I just like being in nature and also being able to blast my music as loud as I want without annoying anyone. My only downside, T, is internet access. It's not always the greatest in those rural areas. I would love it, but I need that connectivity to the other people, I'll be honest. I need it. There you go, Gecko. That's it. That's the real life goals. Get enough private land that you can walk naked from your house to your pool. There you go. That's one thing I would really love about living rural is being able to make noise and play music loud. What do you blast? Girls just want to have fun. T is a fan of the hard rock and metal genres, I believe. Good morning, JKB. How's it going? That's what you're talking about. I thought you were asking why. Also, by the way, guys, my pace this morning was super slow. I think I was somewhere between 3.1 miles per hour and 3.2 miles per hour getting up that hill because I had to keep stopping to take breaks and, you know, breathe again. Whew. So it may be a long day today if we don't pick up the pace just a little bit. Also, when you're in the mountains like this, the sun sets way earlier because, like, going over a flat horizon is a lot farther than going over these giant mountaintops. Oh boy. What a slacker. Oh god, I was Gecko man, I was fighting for my life this morning. I mean, I was fighting for my life this morning. Whew. You know that thing that you have to do when you're hiking sometimes where you have to like look out into the distance, then you pick out a landmark or an object and you're like, okay, I'm done with my rest here. Just make it to that object and we can take another break. And that's how you trick your mind into getting there. And then when you get close to that object, you switch it up real quick and you pick another object in the farther distance and you're like, ah, we've already made it this far, we can make it there. And you just kind of like play mind hopscotch or mind leapfrog with yourself. I was doing that all morning long. It's the only way to keep going. Finally, beautiful sceneries, no more corn and tractors. The only problem, Hike Pier, is when you're in the mountains like this, cell signal becomes extremely unpredictable. So I don't know how well the stream's gonna go, but hopefully it's fine. Happy to hike road. I generally like to sit right at 3.4 miles per hour. That's a solid pace. That's like fast enough to get the distance in you need, but not too fast to kill yourself. More elevation gain too. Hiked the earth this morning. We made it up. I slept at about 8,600 and I started stream at 9,413. That was the peak that we hit up there. Now we're going downhill again, which is nice. Get that 4x4 reach on. Knock on wood, so far good stream. Unfortunately, Gecko, so far we're pretty darn good, which is good. But Danger Tater posted the results of what the cell signal looks in this area, and it does not look great coming up here, which is a shame, but we'll see. Can you guys hear all this click-clacking insects? When I'm walking up a hill and struggling, I don't look at the top of the hill. I look as far below as I can. It makes a huge difference, convinces me in mind there is no hill. That's another one you can do too, Miz, right? Is if you just don't look up and you look at your feet while you keep on walking. And just don't let your mind see how much farther you have to go. That helps a lot. Signal doesn't rustle in about 4 miles. Oh, okay. That's not too bad, Danger Tater. I'll take 4 miles. 4 miles is at least another hour. I thought it was your wheels, little. No, those are the bugs. I didn't hear the mean spiel much for my old age. Boomer ears, clicky bugs. I usually, just so you know, T and Gecko, I don't do the spiel at the top of every hour. I do it every hour into streaming. So right now we're only 50 minutes into the stream. Little clicky bugs equal cicadas. They're these Casanors or something like that. They're these big black bugs with bright orange wings, and they're kind of creepy looking. If you ever played Fallout New Vegas, they have the giant mutated versions of them in that game. What the heck kind of insect is that? Yeah, Casanor, I believe. Probably grasshoppers. You got 10 minutes. Nice. You see a Verizon tower ahead and to your right. Yeah, it's right there. It's real close to us. I've seen it. It's on the top of the mountain to our right here. I haven't seen it for a while. Is that the new good excuse for missing spiel time? Good one. No, that's just how I've always done it. No sense in doing it right off the bat, you know? You gotta give it some time, let the people come in, and then you hit them with the spiel, let them know what you're doing. Let them know what you're up to. I did a 30-mile hike yesterday. I'm not as fast like my old days anymore, not having fun injuries from war. Hike the earth, dude. 30 miles for a hike is impressive, man. That is good stuff. That is good stuff. You got to start out early in the day and go until late in the day to get those 30 miles in. Just smile and nod, lol. 30 miles is impressive, though. I didn't get as many miles in as I wanted to yesterday because of how hard the uphill section was getting, and I just ran out of time because we started later. So I was actually thinking about today, maybe trying to break our record for longest distance. Maybe get up to like 31 miles or something. I wait for at least the first hour and then top of every hour. Started at 4 a.m. Wow. Hey Jodapoo, how's it going? Jodapoo? But if the rest of the day is downhill like this, it should be wicked easy to get like 30 miles in. This is so easy to walk on. Much easier than this morning. Where's the next stop? Azulden, the next big stop is in the city of Alamosa. That's where the next subway is. It's about 50 miles away from where we started out this morning. So we're not gonna get there today, but we should get there. If I push myself hard through the Colorado Rockies, we should get there tomorrow. About 3 miles, that was hard enough. 3 miles is still good, Gecko. Anything's good, man. Everyone's different and everyone can handle different mileage. 30 miles is just impressive. Today I'm only hiking to the fridge. Nice. My pup's a little light. Bird didn't like the heat. Oh, God. So, I got 2 dogs back home, right, Gecko? One is the family dog, and the other one's my older brother's dog that he got when he was at college. My brother's dog's a puggle. The family dog is a beagle pug coonhound mix, but mostly coonhound. And he is a hiker. He will go with you. I take him on mountain hikes all the time, and he loves it out there. But that little puggle, whose name is Kevin, by the way, cannot hike at all. If you try to take him on a mountain hike, he'll walk for about 10 minutes uphill before he just stops and he can't go any further, and you got to pick him up and carry him, and he's not exactly the greatest hiking companion. 3 miles a day for me too is a lot. Yeah, it is, Badgers. 3 miles is perfect cardio. If you can do 3 miles a day, like, that's enough to stay healthy for sure. Also, Shadow Simmer, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and a welcome to the walk. Is eating nothing but the same dog food back at home in solidarity to you eating Subway? Lol. A puggle, poodle mungle. A puggle is a pug beagle. Pug beagle, puggle. Good name, Kevin. Poor Kevin, he's only into video games. He's, how do I describe Kevin? He's messed up, all right? He's a messed up dog. His snout is pushed in because he's got that pug face, right? And his tongue is longer than his snout. So 24 hours a day, he just has like an inch of his tongue hanging out of his face. And he just walks around like that. Love this view, it's awesome. Yelling Kevin in the Home Alone movies. Lol. No, thank you, Shadow Simmer. Jacob's dog, yeah, Jacob's dog, Kevin. Jacob's dog, Kevin. I call him Tavon. Because it's a cooler name, I think. I don't know. Tavon. Hangs out, lol, poor dude. Mine will walk forever if you let him, but best to go in a circle. If you turn around and back, track, he pouts and goes slow because he already smelled all the smells that way. Lol. My little Yorkie pup would sit down and cry if it rained. And if there was no rain, she would fake a limp on her leg, so I had to pick her up and carry her. Lol. Yeah, that's all right, miss. And yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You know how they say owners look like their dogs, and dogs look like their owners, and vice versa? Yeah. Jacob went to school out in Pennsylvania, and while he was out there, he got himself an Amish puggle. Hey, good morning, Aqua Carp. How's it going? Yorkies are awesome dogs, Gecko. I like it. Someone was asking me yesterday if you can smell the trees. I can smell the trees right here, by the way. There's so many spruce, I think, right up on this mountainside here. Is all I can smell. I like nothing like my dog. My dog was cute. Hello. And there are some nice, happy little trees to the right and left. Oh yeah, they smell good. They smell like one of them pine scents things that you hang from your rear view mirror in the car. I want another pointer. Pointers are good dogs too. Pointers are active dogs. I want a husky though. That's where I'm headed. I need a dog that's just as active as I am. Keeps me active, I keep him active. It's a good combination, you know. My collie is super smart. Collies are super smart. Haven't been to the stream in a minute. My daughter was born a week ago. Oh, well, congratulations, Aqua Carp. Well, we made it into the Colorado Rocky Mountains here, so that's what we got going on. But congratulations. All happy and healthy, I hope. At least one of you are. Well, the middle line is not as white, not yellow. It's white. So the way it works, KJ, is if the line is white, that's a passing lane, and they're for people headed in the same direction. So these two lanes here are for people that are headed up the mountain, and then the yellow line in the side there dictates the people where the people go in the opposite direction go. So this white lane makes it 2 lanes. The yellow is where it's 1. I always went on runs with him. It's crazy how healthy a dog can make you, Ziggy, or keep you rather. Colorado is widely known for its great smelling trees. Of the little air you have to breathe up there, do you feel that your lungs are getting a superior quality air? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good. Well, actually, it's on .UC. I'm walking right next to all the exhaust pipes of these cars and semis passing by me. So I'm probably not getting the best quality air, but it is nice. It is harder to walk, you or Mr. Wilson? Well, it's harder to push Mr. Wilson up a hill because he's, you know, like 100 pounds. Heavy boy. Thanks for explaining, no worries. Hey, Bacon. Been a few since I've been here. Great progress, friend. We've been killing it specifically in the last week. In the last week, we've had one day actually less than 26 miles, and it was a 23-mile day to get into Walsenburg. So other than that, like this past week has just been straight savagely killing it, just murdering it. I'll say nothing like the pup to force you to exercise and totally relieve all stress when they greet you. I know, it's awesome. I love dogs. I'm definitely a dog guy. Alright. Also, it's close enough, so I'm going to start spieling. But for anyone who might be new here to the channel, just so you know what we're doing, We are currently walking across the entire continental United States of America. We left Boston, Massachusetts back on May 1st, and we're headed to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole trip is going to span over 3,000 miles, take us anywhere from 5 to 6 months to complete, and we are doing it all eating nothing but food that you can eat at a Subway restaurant chain. All in partnership with a charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is a charity that takes kids and adolescents from disinvested communities out on adventures in nature and the wilderness. We're also sponsored by Subway now. They are donating $10,000 to the Big City Mountaineers charity organization. They're paying for all of our food from here on out to Santa Monica, and they made us a custom made-to-order baby stroller, which is great because I use a baby stroller to push all of my gear and equipment in so that I don't have to carry it on my back. Downhill, just let Mr. Wilson go on his own. Tiger time, Mr. Wilson here, he has some troubles, and if I let him go, he oftentimes will just try to veer himself into the middle of oncoming traffic. It's not great, so I try not to let him go. Also, like I said, he is heavy, like 100 pounds, and if I were to let him go and he picks up too much momentum, he could do some damage. Hey, what a wonderful day to play. Hey, Amper, how's it going, by the way? Wait, Amper, where did you get the Wilson emotes? That is awesome, man. I'm a big fan. I do not Sonodoc. For these long stretches, I generally take chips and the prepackaged stuff that won't go bad. I don't take the cookies because the cookies will go stale. So I only eat cookies when I'm near the Subway. And look at all them trees, they're everywhere and they smell delightful. A remote control stroller work better? It would be awesome, Badgers. Imagine. I didn't even have to push this thing uphill. I could just press forward on a controller and it would go. That'd be the dream. But like I said, one of the things I love most about this trip, man, is that struggle and then the sense of accomplishment. So I will take it. I will take it, even if it's a little harder. We're in a mountain valley now, so the signal might struggle a bit. Yeah, a robot stroller that follows Sean like a faithful robotic doggo. That would be awesome. Is this bear country? Yes, Kufunka, but it's definitely black bear country. You're in the middle of nowhere, so a Dollar General should be popping up shortly. Not quite in the Rockies, but we are about probably 18 miles from Fort Garland, which is the next city that we're going to be walking through, which is pretty cool. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to stay in a hotel in Fort Garland, though, because I want to make it to Alamosa. And I think Fort Garland is like just outside of the range. So I think I'm going to have to walk through this town and then sleep in the middle of nowhere, like I love to do. Is this where Dumb and Dumber Road in the scooter? It is, yeah, Tiger time. Yep. I find your lack of cookies disturbing. I'm so sorry. How many days to the next Subway-ish? I'm going to try to do it in 2 days here, Gecko. Like today and tomorrow, and by the end of the day tomorrow I should be there. But like I said, it's about 50 miles from where I woke up this morning. So that means we're going to have to do extra long days here, 2 days in a row. Which is fine. I'm with it. Gonna have a quick snack with chips when needed though. Yeah, the chips are awesome. So I bought like 6 sandwiches and 10 bags of chips. But like I said, man, this high altitude has really just like clumped up my stomach, and I'm really not hungry at all. Like the thought of putting food in my stomach almost makes me want to vomit. So does the walk seem easier just because of the beautiful view and not flat Kansas? Right now it seems easier because I'm walking downhill. But my spirits are definitely higher, K9, because of the view, for sure, for sure. Does your mind do strange things to your mind? I'm not sure I follow badgers. Yeah, I mean, when I'm not streaming and it's just me, myself, and I, and my thoughts left to my own, like, I get those intrusive thoughts and go to weird places, but most of the time it's fine. Most of the time it's fine. Thanks, K911. We're less than 2 months away from the end date here, and I'm feeling good. My morale is high. We're having like great, awesome long days here, just putting in mileage and getting ahead of schedule, and life is grand. I can't complain at all. He thinks he's streaming and we aren't just figments of his imagination. Lol. Did you call that lady from yesterday? I did not, Tino. No. She only wanted me to call if I needed help or anything like that, so yeah. Thanks, buddy. That's great. I've always had the mentality, K911, that like if I have 100 miles to go and 4 days to get those miles in, right? Or 5 days to get those miles in, we'll say, I would rather do 30 days the first 2 days to know that I'll get there on time. So I like being ahead of schedule. Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Whoa. How many subs can you eat in one sitting? Most I've ever done is 5. But that was back when I was a competitive eater badges, and I probably could not do that again. It would be nice to have her send you the pics she took so she can post them on Insta and Current Walkers. Oh, that's true. I'm gonna have to look her up, see if I can't find her on like Facebook. I know she was posting them to Facebook for sure. But yeah, I could reach out to her. Oh my God, Gecko, what's going on? Gecko, man, what is going on? Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. That is incredible, man. Wow. Wow, thank you so much. I think we should get a train going to help keep you on track to get to the subway tomorrow. Wow, man, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Whew. A whole bunch of 10 people just got new subs, and we just got all the new emotes out the other day. Life is good. Yesterday, I mean. Life is good. Help, I'm filling out data for a deep background check and it's making me descend into madness. Just look at the beautiful mountains, Sean TC. Look at the beautiful mountains. They'll take your eyes off of it. It's gorgeous out here. Beautiful views, trees everywhere, bright blue skies. The quaint ASMR sound buzzing of random bugs around us. Deny everything. Whoa. And this is madness. Welcome. That's true. We did go insane here a while ago. That is that holds true. That is fact. I swear it's clean. Is it yours though, Flip? Deny everything. What's your date of birth? I deny that. I was never born. FYI, the Wikipedia article listing the 50 people who have walked across the US includes both those who have walked and those who have run. They don't separate the two. Oh, perfect. Better from a guy at the pubs is probably fine. That's, take it from a man who's walking across the continental United States only eating Subway, man. The idea that someone would run all the way across the country is absolutely insane to me. They are madmen, and I don't trust them. I bought it from a guy. Oh, it's probably fun. The ones from behind the pub are the legit ones. Take a detour to the Rocky Mountain National Park. Am I not in the Rocky Mountain National Park? Are the whole Rocky Mountains not the Rocky Mountain National Park? Have you ever committed a crime? No, just don't finish the sentence. Not in my opinion. Lol. Hey Marge, we're officially in the mountains. It's beautiful. We absolutely are. We hit a peak of the La Vida summit earlier this morning, Marge. We were at 9,413 foot in elevation, which means over the course of 24 hours, we climbed over 3,200 foot, which is insanely high in the sky. And now we're getting a nice little break from destroying our legs climbing up that high with a downhill section, which is awesome. North of Denver? Well, north of Denver is very far away from where we are, so I'll probably not be making it. Marge, it was so, the temperature drop was insane. So last night I slept at about 8,600 foot, right? When I woke up this morning, it was 45 degrees out. It was 45 degrees, that cold. Everything in my tent and my tent itself was covered in Mountain Dew, which is funny, not to drink Mountain Dew, but dew from the mountain. But it was so cold I didn't even want to get out of my sleeping bag. And that's what that climb will do. Vague is your friend. Surely you can just switch up your background like a Zoom call. Lol. Yeah, can you see my house on top of the mountain? Maybe. 3 days ago, all flat and corn fields. Now look at this mountainside. Hey, Battleneck Warrior, we are in the Rockies now. Bye-bye signal. Wait, never mind. Glare at Ziggy, don't you dare. Signal. Lol. Like I said, guys, when we're in the mountains here, signal may come and go. It may be off and on. But I think it should be improving because we're getting farther away from the cell tower, which is on the mountain we just walked by, so who knows. You're already 3,000 feet above Mount Washington? Yes. Actually, Mount Washington is, what, 6,000 foot? Yeah, so a little over 3,000 feet above. Yeah. We're up there, man. We are in the mountains. Mountain Dew. Off and on, truly mean on and off. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be more off than on, is why I said off and on. But hopefully, it's on and off. Alright. I can slowly feel with every breath that more and more oxygen is getting into my body, which is good. It's a good thing. I'm kind of done with the lack of oxygen. I could use a little bit more oxygen in my brain. The joke is there's no difference between the two. Well, fair enough, Ziggy. Fair. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's a real thing, Ziggy. That hypoxia, man, it's a real thing. Whew. You feel like your whole body feels all different, to be honest with you. Kind of feel lighter. I don't know, it's weird. I just kind of feel like I'm floating down this hill right now. I realized, you count? 17. I panicked. You should have gotten oxygenated water instead of carbonated water in the Camelback. Oh god, I emptied the Camelback out yesterday when I finished it, Ziggy, and I filled it up again this morning. And when I took the first sip, I still got hit with like a little bit of that carbonation, and it was gross. First one to the top is the king of the mountain. Ever play that game in school? All the time. Getting high. Hey, no 06. The potato chip bags you have inflated the same as they were lower? Yeah, a little bit. What I did notice was the big 2.5 gallon jug of water was not. The big 2.5 gallon jug of water collapsed in on itself a bit, which was interesting. The gravity here is weaker. You know what? Maybe you're right. Hey, Fumsk, how's it going? Shouldn't be doing it. Ever used the famous hot springs to stop a while? I have not, Battle Mech Warrior, but I have an off day coming up here in Alamosa that I'm trying to get to. I'm only going to have it off if I get there by the end of the day tomorrow, so we're going to get there, you know, we got to get there. But if I have that off day, I will probably use that to look up hot springs around me. Hey, I ate rabbits for dinner. How's it going? Much love. Hey, how's it going? I'll do lines where I want. I do not have a problem. What gets the beer buzz a bit quicker too? Yeah, that's probably true, Shabby. Dude, my tolerance since I left on this trip has been destroyed because I've lost like 50 pounds. I have not been drinking as much as I do back home. And now, like, I can only imagine at this altitude, man, what beer would do to me. Hope your dogs aren't barking. So, this morning, Fumsk, I slept at 8,600 foot in elevation, and the peak of the summit where I started stream was at 9,413 foot. So I had to go up about 800 feet in elevation over the course of 3 miles, and I was hurting pretty bad this morning. Stopping to show my support. Keep going, bud. Thanks, I appreciate it. And hey, Joji, how's it going? Why didn't we think earlier to have Sean buy 57 balloons of Dollar General and tie them to Wilson to make him lighter? Stirring it up too. Lol. Next time I get some bourbon, see how that affects you. Oh, I'll definitely be drinking some beer now, Alamosa, man. Definitely drinking beer. The air pressure at high altitudes will cause water containers and soft drinks cans to implode sometimes. Oh! Hey, Sean, can you lose 50 pounds for me? That way I can keep eating my Subways. Listen, Subway's a big portion of the reason why I lost the weight. Well, I mean that, and you know, walking 20 to 30 miles a day. Pick that sunflower. There's a ton of them I ate rabbits, you know. There's sunflowers all over the state of Colorado. Way more sunflowers in Colorado than there were in Kansas, by the way, and Kansas claims to be the sunflower state, just saying. Be so dumb. Lol. It's really not a bad idea. The balloons, more visibility too. You guys know that as I went up in the atmosphere by like 3,000 foot yesterday, those balloons would have been deflated by like noon. Hey, Manny Noble, thanks for the stream. Hey, thanks for being here, man. And Miz, thank you so much for the subscription for 4 months. That is awesome of you. Really appreciate it. I gained because I can barely walk. Yeah, that's a tough one. You know what they say, Kay, man. Whatever you can do, you gotta just do what you can to stay active. Yeah. Don't you science us, Sean? We can't balloons. We want balloons out. They literally would not have lasted an hour into the walk yesterday, just saying. Balloons in Colorado do not mesh very well. Fans are smoking and watching balloons. My activity level is watching you. Hey, that works. Just like every once in a while I'll kick a foot out or something, you know? Keep that moving going. You'll be forever known as one of the few who can actually prove they never skipped leg day. Bacon Man. I'll show you guys in Santa Monica at the end of this trip. But my calves, dude, are so toned right now. It is incredible. Stop that crazy. Poll is up. What's the poll, Ziggy? I have a new favorite emote. It's also one of my favorites, crazy. I like it. My calves are just like toned beyond belief. Just shredded calves. Everything else on me, flabby, no muscle, nothing else, but the calves, shredded. We're approaching 10,500 feet now in elevation. I'm going downhill. How does that work? Oh, I can do that. Wait till he's huffing and puffing and then use it. T will love you for it. Oh, Lord. And as soon as this switches from the downhill slope it's on to the uphill back towards like Fort Garland, I will be huffing and puffing again for sure. Do you have an altimeter? I do, yes. I don't think that he's that high up. No, hold on, I'll look right now. My elevation, that's where I'm at. 8,907 foot in elevation currently. Oh, come on. Whatever it's called when it's used on the ground. Well, I call it the My Elevation app. Used to stash 2 beers in a spring at 12,000 foot on the way up Pikes Peak to grab on the way back down. 2 was enough at that altitude. Dude, Pikes Peak, Shabby, is incredible. The drive up there with the narrow roadway is horrifying. It just winds back and forth and there's no room for error, but it's so beautiful. So incredibly beautiful. 115 to 3. No. Yes, wins with 15 volts. Alright, hold on a second. Now to find a flower. There's a couple right up here. I got them. Big trucks and RVs coming our way. That means Sean has to find a flower and take a selfie to post to Discord. I'm just gonna put it in my ear on camera for you guys. Of course he does. I gotta make sure I pick out a quality flower here. It's gotta be a real pretty one, and I think I see my victim. Am I pretty now yet? Also post Insta, well, for inspiration, tune to Artman's stream. He has been broadcasting a live camera at Venice Beach since last night, Venice Beach. He's right next to Santa Monica, just to keep you inspired. I love Artman, he's awesome. There's a famous uphill race on PP every year, haven't gone to it for a few years. That sounds incredible. And you have a flower on your stroller in front of the camera for us to watch bounce. I got that heavy look down, so pretty. Now you have a memorial for the squash that impersonated a watermelon. Here, hold on. I have to take a selfie now, apparently. Yeah, I guess I'll just do it with mountains in the background, if we have to. And then we go to Discord. And then we go to the general chat. And then we just, boop, post that right on in there. No, there we go. Stylish. Perfect. Right there. It's for all of you guys to have. That's my present to you. My pure beauty and looks. It's staying in there, by the way. I'm not taking it out now. Flower power. I have some crazy news. What do you got for us, good stuff? Buds, what's going on? I walked 2.5 miles today. That's awesome, man. That is good workout. That's good stuff. Whew. Rob's World, thank you so much for the gifted sub, man, to Captain Rob's Adventures. That is awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I feel pretty, oh so pretty, oh so pretty and witty and fine. Yeah. Thought you were supposed to be sleeping? Lol. I had to sing. I have a flower in my ear now. The hills are alive, the sound of music. Eddie, hey, you can do more than 2 miles. That killed me. Well, I've always been a pretty active dude, except for, you know, when I tore my ACL and couldn't walk for almost a year. But other than that, I've always been a pretty active dude. And then just training, working your way up from nothing to something. I also have a tendency to push myself way farther than I really should, because I'm dumb. And that's what we do. Oh God, Bill Nye, oh no. Hold on, I gotta hydrate now. The Robs are here. Hold on, everyone. Here's the nipple. I don't like wasting water, but I just gotta prove I was hydrated by spitting it out. Now someone will really give a ride low. I think the altitude is getting to you. I think so too, Rick. But also, I'm pretty and witty and fine, you know? Dang, now I really want to sound of music. I'm glad I could inspire you. Marge, where I went to college up in Vermont was about 20-30 minutes from Stowe, Vermont, which is where the Von Trapp house is, where the Von Trapps lived after coming to America. And it is beautiful up there. And every time someone mentions the sound of music, it's all I can think of. Nipple dance, very nice. Dance looks even better with the flower in the ear. Oh, thanks, Gracie. I'm so pretty. This is like, it's called accessorizing, okay? Whoa. All right. I did have to bite that flower to cut it though, and now I do have pieces of flour in my teeth, which is not great, just saying. Don't appreciate that. Well, it's called the Von Trapp Lodge. The Von Trapp Lodge in Stowe, Vermont. Stowe is spelled S-T-O-W-E. Stowe. Von Trapp Lodge. Now they use the property as a resort, a place to brew beer, and a place to raise buffalo. It's cool. actually kind of a little bit worried, to be honest with you guys, about how far downhill this road is going right now. Because I know Alamosa is up there, and I feel like I'm just literally going downhill to have to walk back uphill again, and I don't want to do that. I really, really badly don't want to do that. I'm okay with being at this elevation, but I just want to stay here, not go up and down, up and down, up and down. My poor legs. And I need to do like 28 miles today. My poor, poor legs. Pretty bird. Just saw a hawk up ahead too. Just when I was thinking, man, these cars are just not moving over when they can, and then a whole line of cars do. Yeah. I think it's really hard, Ziggy, for the semis and the 18-wheelers to move over, just because they're having such a hard time getting up these inclines anyway. So a lot of times they won't, and if the cars are following the semis too closely behind, they won't even see me until it's too late. It's kind of wild. Hey, Proxima, how's it going? Walking across the country has its ups and downs. I guess so, man. But let me tell you that the up that I did this morning was just brutal, man. Just like absolutely destroyed my legs. So if I have to face a couple more of those today, it's gonna be a rough day. Yay, scenery, how's it going, sweet love me? It's beautiful out here in the Colorado Rocky Mountains. There's another part of the Rockies between Alamosa and Durango. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. That's fine, Gracie. I can deal with that. I can deal with it on that side, but as long as I don't have to deal with it today, it should be fine. Hey, Mr. Ned Flanders coming in with a raid. How's it going? Ned raid incoming. Welcome in, everyone. Good morning. Lol, Mr. Ned Flanders coming in with the raid. Also, a Plank 2007. Sorry, I'm just seeing this now, but thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. You need to get a light hammock so you can post up and siesta between two pines. I had a hammock, sweet love me, but on a 104-degree day in Kansas, I was using it to rest throughout the middle of the day, and I guess I was moving around too much. Ripped right in half, right in half. Hey, good evening, Mr. Ned Flanders. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid, man, and shout out to Mr. Ned Flanders. We have, on our journey across the country, we have made it officially to the Rocky Mountains here in Colorado. So we are working our way through these beautiful, beautiful mountains. Watch your step. Stepping on cracks is bad luck. No cracks in these mountains. These things are pure. You're more brave than me. I really don't trust drivers on phones driving fast. So Dino Chuck, that's the reason we're actually walking on this side of the road, is so that we can see the oncoming traffic coming at us and we can make our adjustments if need be. But we've been walking now for 122 days, left Boston, Massachusetts, and we're headed to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California, doing this trip. That's over 3,000 miles long. It's going to take us 5 to 6 months eating nothing but food that we can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. Nice day in the Rockies. It's beautiful, Pogo Buchan. Crack is whack, that's true. Log stills, taking crack is bad luck. But we were just up at an elevation of 9,413 foot this morning, and we've been slowly working our way down from there, which has been nice. Because walking downhill in the Rockies is a lot easier than walking uphill in the Rockies. How far to the nearest town? It's about 18, 19 miles to Fort Garland. But the next Subway is in Alamosa, which is 50 miles from where we woke up this morning. So we got a while. Good call. Please stay hydrated, friend. Will do. Will do, Dino Chuck. Will do. Also, Dino Chuck, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and a welcome to the walk. I'm thinking, sweet love me, when we get through these, when we get through Colorado, right, and then we come down into Arizona, which is a lot closer to sea level, I'm thinking like we're gonna be like Superman, man. We're gonna have all this high altitude training behind us, and we're gonna be feeling good for the rest of the way to California. Any bears? Condition dude, no bears. I heard some weird sounds around my tent last night, but I was too afraid to go out and try to inspect and see what they were for fear that it was either a bear or a mountain lion. So I just stayed snug right on in my tent, made a little bit of noise so nothing came too close, and that was about it. Can't afford that redeem for a hydrate. Yeah, sorry Dino Chuck, yeah. The reason I had to increase the price on the hydrates, by the way, is because I only have a limited supply of water in between subways or in between towns. And I was afraid people would just spam hydrate until I was out of water, and then I would die of dehydration. So it's got to be pretty expensive on this trip. How many subs do you have to make it through? I bought 7 subs. So far I've had 3 of them, so I have 4 left. And I'm trying to make those 50 miles within the next 2 days here so that I can have an off day in Alamosa. Just a snake? Yeah, I did see a snake this morning. Laser eyes and freezer breath just from altitude walking. That'd be cool. I could, it was so cold this morning because we're so high up, I could see my breath, just saying. Bigfoot in those areas, so they say. Northern Arizona is high altitude, you will probably go through Flagstaff. I'm gonna go north of Flagstaff, so it's probably still gonna be that high, yeah. Captain Rob Adventures is 5 weeks into waiting for his Twitch partnership to be approved. Oh my god, Captain Rob Adventures, man, just so you know, it took me 2 months and like 24 days for them to finally get back to us about partnership. I'm hearing it's taken other people as long as 3 months. So hang in there, man. It does take a while, but they will get back to you. You know, I'm hungry now and I kind of want Subway. That's what I like to hear, Sean TC. That good Subway. That good food. Whoa. Whew. By the way, for everyone who's new here, Subway is officially sponsoring us now. When we left on this trip, we started this trip out eating nothing but Subway, and we were not sponsored. And we didn't get sponsored until Ohio is when the sponsorship went through. But now they are paying for all of our food all the way to Santa Monica. They're donating $10,000 to the charity that we're walking for, called Big City Mountaineers. And they built us a custom-made baby stroller, which is really cool because we use a baby stroller to push your equipment in, so I don't have to carry it on my back. All right, Principal Matthew, so still pretty high up there. Hello. I bet streaming it helps you stay motivated and keep walking. I'm out, be safe. See you later, Dino Chuck. And it does. It keeps me sane in areas where I would go insane otherwise. I just added them yesterday morning, Kyle, as I was sitting in the laundromat. That's how. But we just got access to them about 3 days ago when we got the partnership. So, great to have a sponsor. Yeah, it really is. They really came through with us, which is really, really awesome. By the way, Kyle, T loves the close-up of my face emote. It's her favorite. It doesn't give her nightmares at all. She loves to see it. If this is sane, what would it say? Oh boy. I think the only difference between sanity and insanity is being able to ask the question, am I insane? If you're insane, you don't ask that question. You just live it. But the fact that I ask myself if I'm insane, I think means I'm barely sane. That's what they say. Huge! Hey, Geo Joe, how's it going? Bite me. Did you run to get that free Subway? Okay, I'm out for real this time. See you later, Dino Chuck. Thanks for stopping by. Need a Sean sleeping in the stroller emote. Lol. Dueling Needles and Core Burn. Thank you guys very much for the follows. I appreciate it. Appreciate both of you, and welcome to the walk. Full screen it is then. Next crossing will be on a unicycle. Lol. It's because when you're huffing and puffing and you see that emote, it looks like you're doing it. The mattress mambo, gross. Also, interesting euphemism, the mattress mambo. How much left now? We've probably got less than 1,000 miles left to go to get to Santa Monica. We're gonna make it there on October 23rd. So less than 2 months to go. And right now we're walking through the Colorado Rocky Mountains, where it is beautiful. It is beautiful scenery. Hey, Ray Guy, how's it going? This is Colorado, baby. this is it. As far as I'm concerned, man, it don't get much more prettier than this. Much better, much more beautiful, much prettier, much something. That's what I'm saying, Sean TC. I kind of like that one. Haven't heard that one before. Gotta be PG. I wish you could update that automatic info thing. I can, it's just really hard to do, to be honest with you. That truck sounds like a helicopter. I'd say maybe on this next day off, Ziggy, but to be honest with you, man, I don't even think we're gonna have much of a day off. I got so much to do with the Speedify interview coming up and a whole bunch of other stuff I have to take care of, so probably not, but we'll see. Hello, I'm new here. Can you explain what you were doing? Hey, Reverse. I'm trying to cross the country using the term lulls as many times as possible. I've been asking for months on that one. Lull. Walks around saying lull all day. Isn't that because of Jake break? I have no idea. Oh, goodness. You got a lot of being chased by cougars coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, sweet love me. It is a concern. I'm not really all concerned about black bears. I've had my run-ins with black bears in the past. I've, stood 3 feet away from a wild black bear before. And it's scary, but they're chickens. They don't want no part of this. But a mountain lion, on the other hand, they don't think what they want a part of. They just like sneak up behind you, ambush you, and you never see it coming. So that's horrifying. That and snakes are the reason why I'm walking so far away from the grass line here. I don't want any part of either. They're gonna chase you. Anything's possible, Reverse. I'm desirable, I think. Vroom, vroom. I drive a car, which makes me faster than the person walking on the side of the road. Well, there you go, sir. There you go. We need a lull counter, it would be in the millions. They take whatever part they want. I just don't want to be sleeping in the middle of the night and just have my tent get pounced on by a mountain lion. It's just like not something I'm interested in having happen. Oh boy. I just feel like I'm losing a lot of the elevation that I worked so hard to get walking down this hill. It is worrying me a bit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to have to walk back up another really, really tough hill again today. That was yesterday's project. Oh, we'll see how it goes, I guess. If you don't have a mountain lion encounter in Colorado, don't worry, you might see one with in the city limits of Los Angeles. They live in the mountains above LA, and sometimes they come down to the populated areas. Oh, good. So the mountains I'll be walking right through to get to LA, you mean? A friend's son was in the 1st grade of school, and his teacher asked the class, "What is the color of the apples?" Most of the children said red. A few said green. Kevin, my friend's son, raised his hand and said white. The teacher tried to explain that apples could be red, green, or sometimes golden, but never white. Kevin was quite insistent and finally said, "Look inside." Lol. Pee near each camp, it will make them think twice, spray it around like the boundary. Believe it or not, sweet love me, it's actually a tactic I use. You don't have to spray it around if you just mark one territory, but I'll walk about 10 feet away from my tent, somewhere between 5 to 10 feet, and just pee right after I'm finished setting it up, and I do that. Just mark the territory. let them know that there's someone there if they want to come in for a fight, you know? It's gross, but it'll save your life. Potentially. Sean said doo-doo. I said doo-doo all the time. The facts of life, Sean TC. The facts of life. Doo-doo is one of them. Oh, it's really nice when there's no cars passing by and it's just like quiet for a second. Smart kid, lol. He even did that during training to keep people away from his house. Lol. You gotta protect your territory, Flip, at all costs. All this pee talk though has made me have to pee. And like I was saying earlier, I am so afraid to just walk into the tall grass because of snakes. I'm gonna wait for a little bit safer of a clearing, I think. Peeing right in people's faces dissuades them from approaching with an almost 100% success rate. I'm gonna be honest with you, sweet love me, I don't think that that's right. I think you're almost asking them to come closer and try to fight you if you're doing that. Oh wow, that's great. Hey, look everyone, there's a really nice Colorado spring right next to us. Oh god. So I'll tell you why it's almost low. State with the worst cell reception so far, Missouri, definitely Missouri. Colorado, I can imagine, is going to have some pretty rough cell service in some areas, just because of how mountainous it is, and it's really hard to get cell service in mountainous areas. But Missouri was wicked hilly throughout, and the hills were just killing cell service. And I don't think it had nearly as many towers there as Colorado has. No pain, no gain. You can beat a snake. Lol. If you walk into the tall grass to pee, a snake might see an enemy snake and attack. Depends on how rugged your pee is, Chef. Songe de Cristo Creek. Nice. Or Sangre de Cristo Creek. Thought Colorado Springs was a little more populated. Really all that Colorado Springs has, man, is the Air Force Academy. Outside of that, they have like a really big outdoors store in the center of the town, but not a whole lot else. And this part of the country, Ziggy, Colorado, like specifically, is lobbying really, really hard to stop people from moving in and like keep their land sizes large because they want the acreages and all that. So beautiful, it's gorgeous. Or warm. Low. I was trying to be nice. I appreciate the niceness, Sean. T, I don't appreciate that. Low. Did your brother have a long career in the Air Force? Did he see action? My brother is still in the Air Force. He just graduated, I think, last year. He's currently stationed in North Dakota, and he's working on nuclear missiles. And by working on, I mean they stick him in a bunker for a week at a time. And he has to sit there and wait until someone tells him to push a big red button. There's 700K people in the Springs area. That's pretty good. Yeah. Actually, it would have been... He graduated 2 years ago now. Was it 2 years since I've been to Colorado? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I guess so. He graduated in 2020, I believe. No, 2021. 2021, yeah, finally, that's when he graduated. He's the missile balls, nuclear missiles, that's some engineering. Hey, changed my name, how's it going? North Dakota, November 5, West Side. Yeah. I don't know how much information I can give out about him. I think this is all public knowledge, but he's out in Minot, North Dakota, all that good stuff. It was last year, 2021. You're right, Kyle, you're right. I had to think, because he did the prep year at the other academy before he went to the Air Force Academy. I forgot about that one. I am a long way from 100K, but saving up. Sounds good, Junior Andrews. I don't know what I'm going to do after this trip. I don't know if I will keep that 100K or if I will switch up the 100K redeem for something else real fun. We'll see how it goes. So it's still worth it to get those points because you'll be able to get something. Gotta be smart to do all that, I suppose. Lol. Hey, Poker Banner, and thank you so much for the raid last night. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, man. Anything for you. That's wild, though, Sean, to be given that responsibility. You must have impressed. Yeah. I mean, he's a good dude. He's one of I think there's like, I don't know what the teams are, 6, we'll say, but they all go down together, and it takes multiple people in order to push the buttons, because you have 2 keys, 2 buttons, and they're both or all 4 of them are all outside of arm's reach from each other, so you need 4 people to activate it, and yada yada yada. So it's not like you could just go out there and press a button and do it, you know, but yeah, he's doing good. Junior Andrews, man, as far as I'm concerned, there's no more beautiful place in the entire continental US than the Colorado Rockies. Maybe Alaska, I'll know when I get there. But in the continental ones, the lower 48, nothing better than the Rockies. Alright, 1 second here. I'm just going to point you guys straight ahead and have you guys look at some beautiful mountain views. I have some important business that I must tend to, you know, stonks and all that good stuff. Yellowstone may have it beat. I don't know about that, man. I haven't been to Yellowstone either, though, so I'll have to see. Stonks, business, portfolios, all that good stuff. I will be back. Hold on. God, I'm just hearing all these bug rattling sounds. It's horrifying. I've not been able to all the states yet, but I think I agree. What you're looking at right now is one of the best scenes in the USA. Oh yeah. You still wearing your pretty flowers, Sean? Of course, D. Office duties to attend to. Lol, gotta check in the snake population. Gotta make a deposit. Maybe I should have gotten those lower leg snake cars. Good for grass scissors. But here, hold on. Let me give you a real big full screen close-up so you can see the flower. Still there. In a wild blue yonder, off we go into the sun. Ah. Lovely flower. Thank you, Junior Andrew. It makes me feel pretty. You know, we really don't need any more close. I'm gonna make a close-up a staple of this channel tee, so I just have to periodically do close-ups. One flower doesn't hide the smells. You know, it's trying its best given to fly. Low. I can't say anything though. I am pretty smelly after the sweat I worked up this morning. Woof. Left and right, champ, you're not going to San Fran, come on. Whoa. It's a beautiful night of hamsters. You should cover yourself in flowers. Just make a whole shirt out of flowers. Hey, Hit Faced, how's it going? I can do that. Make sunflower-based clothing. That way I smell like sunflower. It isn't flat and it isn't straight, no. In fact, it's the exact opposite. We climbed in 4 days. We climbed over 5,000, like 200 feet in elevation in 4 days. People will think the man with the pretty flower in their hair can't possibly be the one sticking the place up. Well, if we're going to be close-ups, can you zoom in and out for danger emotes? I see you next time, Sean. I think you're, wow, gotta cook for the fam. All right, sounds good, sweet love me. Thanks for checking in, man. Lol. So smelly the flower is holding its breath. Oh my god. You don't find this man beautiful? I find me beautiful, Ziggy. Isn't that all that matters? And we all know T is a fan of beards. She loves them. All right. Sort of looks uphill, but you're not winded. No, this is downhill, Wiggy Bits. We're working our way downhill. How does downhill look like uphill? Whoa. We're very much so going downhill, though. Every time I am going uphill and I'm like out of breath, everyone in chat is just like, it looks flat to me. But now we're going downhill, it looks like it's uphill. Crazy. I like a bearded, well, person, anyone. Anyone can have a beard. A bearded lady, it's an attractive look. I can get behind that. I just like a beard. I respect a beard, you know? Beard makes you look tough. Gritty. Grrr. Right, big bearded? Beards are the way to go. It's 2022. It's the year of the beard. Flower jumps off Sean's ear and runs screaming into the trees. I'm gonna start asking random strangers on the street to rate my smell and see what they think. Do I smell rancid to you? Or am I okay? Somehow I don't think that'll go over well though. Somehow I feel like that ends in my arrest. Just saying. Beers are also eco-friendly. Yeah. Hey, Ooh Daddy, how's your walk going? It's going great, man. I was just saying this morning we were at 9,413 foot in elevation, man. Getting up there was so hard, but we got up there right around like 9:30, 9:15, I think. And since then, it's been pretty much downhill and super easy. Life's been grand. And we just have these beautiful views to look at, man. I can't complain about nothing. I'm just loving life. Maybe get hitched like Clip. He smells like bears. Your mom's eternal words. Oh, you do smell. Stay with me forever and always. Yeah, but I've met with other people on the trip on camera that have said, oh, you don't smell too bad, you know? When I've been farther in. I think it depends on how muggy it is. The muggier it is, the smellier I am. But right now, when it's like dry and arid, not too bad, not too bad. What state is this? This is Colorado, Ooh Daddy. We're in the Colorado Rocky Mountains. Any more thoughts on the tattoo? Foxy Grandpa, Danger Tater designed a really cool looking tattoo that I am like really highly considering. Yeah, really highly considering. I gotta do, I still haven't sent it to my family back home, but my family, I mean my girlfriend. I gotta send it to the girlfriend and see what she thinks. And if it gets the approval, I'll send it to you guys, see what you think, and then we'll see. Perhaps one of the emojis you have. Is it in the Discord? It's in my private message Discord, but you guys can't see it, not yet. Whew. Going through Colorado, did you stop at the daddy of the rodeo in Cheyenne? I did not. No. What is the daddy of the rodeo? It's all check, get matching tats if you want, Gecko. So the only, the tattoo that Danger Tater designed looks so cool. My only concern with it is it's really long, like width-wise. So like I'd have to find the right place to put it or get it the right size so that it would fit wherever it goes. So we'll see. How long till California? Giorgio, we're going to be hitting the Santa Monica Pier on October 23rd. So less than 2 months now until the end of the trip. Hey, Shart in the Dark, how's it going? Good morning. Tramp stamp? Could be. Lots of room. Should have cut north, like one of the biggest rodeos in the USA. You know, if our end destination wasn't in the south, we probably could have headed north. Good morning, Tramp in the Dark. Hey, VG, how's it going? Good morning. Down below, you could hear her whistle blow. I thought to myself, it's a high and mournful sound. Oh boy. Do you have an estimation when you cross the California border with Nevada? It is Nevada? Oh, I don't have a good estimation for you for that. I would imagine it's not going to take too long to get through California. The Mojave Desert's probably going to be about 8 days, then maybe another couple days after that, maybe 2 weeks before the 23rd. So it'll be around the end of the first week of October. Get your butt tatted like the Subway bun, so it looks like a meatball sub. Remember what meatball subs do to you. All the trees has a signal bin. Do we pass Walsenburg? We did pass Walsenburg. Yep, we left Walsenburg yesterday around noon. Signal's been, it's been generally okay, I would say. It's been pretty good. Definitely spotty up here in the mountains. Sometimes it's better than others, but mostly good. Gluteus Maximus, I think he's always checking out his butt. Sorry, I mean glutes. Listen, the only time I actually feel that my glutes exist is when I'm walking uphill. Other than that, I don't even think they're there. I don't pay them no mind. But when you start going uphill, those glutes light on fire. It's like they got a pack of matches down there. Woo! You hear her whistle blow. Fine, wonderful sound. Signal's terrible, the worst. We're passing through. It's not good. It's down on the other side. You got this? Opposite tail. I think it's about to get bad up here. If it does, we'll just have to call stream. It is what it is, but hopefully it stays for a while. Hey. For your jet ski. Balancing out the camera since he has no wood to knock on. Lol. Oh, I appreciate it, Gecko. There we go. No, like I said, it's definitely going to get bad around the bend here. Not much I can do about it, but you know, we stream when we can and we don't when we can't. That's all there is. That's all there is to it. fields of woods, he's just afraid to go into it. When looking for mile 69, you've come a long way. And it wasn't even there. There was no mile 69 marker. It was awful giving a fly. It was awful. All right. It'd be fine. It'd be fine. It's definitely not gonna be fine. We're gonna see miss, but it's definitely not gonna be fine. Come on. Just like based on how bad it was coming up the mountainside, going down the mountainside, it was going to get bad again. Whew. Actually, right now, I'm hungry again. I'm gonna eat my bag of chips. I'm gonna get some water, and I'm gonna live my best life. Just taking the opportunity to get set up for the next bit. We're going low, we're trying to stop it. You might need to pick up a big stick along the way so you can check for snakes and scorpions, poke around to make sure it's safe. I'm just gonna live in perpetual fear, Miz. That's my only plan. Just constantly be afraid of what might be looming in the grass just in front of me. Seems like a good way to go. Takes forever for this water to flow out of this tank, and then every once in a while you gotta close it, and then you gotta lift it back up, let the air back into it, close it, put it back down. I wouldn't have to do this if I could just poke a hole right here, but then all the water would leak after everything while I was storing it. It wouldn't be good. But you know what? It's half full, and half full is good enough for government work. Shove it up on in there. Just shove it. Now I have drinkable water. Look at that. God, I've missed a lot of messages. Okay, time to get hold on, where are we at? Oh god. Hey Grim, thank you so much for the subscription for 3 months. That is awesome of you. I really appreciate it. Cough, bullpuggy. I don't understand why there's no mile marker 69. Why it's so important about 69. There's something on my privy to. I think people were just stealing it, Ziggy. The drink keeps his heart rate up. Whoa. The drama keeps his heart rate up. Oh. Kind of looks like the zodiac sign for Cancer when I guess people think it's cool. Flower, little sun chips squad. They're awesome, Sean TC. I love them. Stole that sign because I like how it's the same even if you hang it upside down. Fascinating. We need a cop visit and for Sean to forget he's wearing the flower. Lol. I'd rather have 96. It's longer. You ever watch The Waterboy? All the time, man. I love The Waterboy. Give sometimes you receive. It's all about balance. I like how you think. Cool. All right. Hey, Big Billy. No, I'm just gonna eat a bag of chips. Steve D, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. All right. Bro, I just seen you. I was the truck passing by. Oh, where are you, Big Billy? How's it going? Sorry, I'm drinking water, eating chips. My mouth is full and my legs are moving. Now, love when you take a sarcastic message of mine and answer it honestly all the time. You can't read sarcastic tones over the internet, Ziggy. Hold on. I always like stopping and talking and meeting people on the side of the road. Also, when I let go of the stroller to put my hands in the bag of chips, it starts picking up speed really fast. Oh God. There we go, Ziggy's the cap will work. That'll work. That bro hugging the burr strip on the road, the rumble strip. Yeah. Dude, you gotta be careful. A lot of those big semis on this roadway drive pretty erratically because they have a hard time braking, and they also have a hard time making it up the grade. Crunch, 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 crunch. It's a mukbang now, Ziggy. This is US 160 through the Colorado Rockies. But listen, Ziggy, your boy's gotta eat. Eat or die. And I'd rather not die. We got the Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips going on, giving a fly. That's the flavor. I found a word in the dictionary spelled incorrectly. Ooh. See on the map, totally not creeping? Yeah, that's alright, Big Billy. That's why I broadcast it, so you can creep all you want. God, I wish Wilson here did not have an unending desire to drive out in the middle of the road. It'd be really helpful, man. Well, I haven't trusted the dictionary since I found out the word gullible wasn't in it. Love it. Unfortunately, Privy, the only way we could get the weather command to work was if we made it a universal one that you could type in any location. That way you could check the location where we are in Colorado here. Otherwise, it would not link to a GPS to track me, which was annoying. Ziggy, didn't we just talk about this? I thought we were going to throw a cap on the sarcastic messages. Oh God. I believe I'm going to go look low. Alright, keep on moving, legs. Let's do this. There's no brakes yet. This is the downhill. This is the easy part. You only take brakes on the uphill. Roswell, New Mexico. Tia smart, she understands. Ooh. Smarter than I, that is for sure. Are you sure he's not just really confused? I don't even know stinking Kappa. I do. Sorry, Principal Matthews, a cool down. You just used it for Roswell, New Mexico. Whoa. Actually, not too bad in Roswell. 73 degrees is not bad at all. I can take that. Pretty trees, pretty trees. God, I love Colorado, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This is beautiful out here. I feel like a mountain goat. The victim, Andy, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I feel like maybe in my past life I was just like an ibex, just a mountain goat, living out there in those hills, chomping down on some mountainside grass, living my best life, you know? Well, smarter than you were sitting back enjoying AC pizza and pop while you walk across the U.S. And deal with the heat, hills, and animals. You know, that's a fair point, right there. But at the same time, I've reserved all the power of control over where we go, so there's that. It's so beautiful, well, the city's put up for people to enjoy it. Very far away. Looks hot, but I guess it's about 68. No, it's wicked cool, Pervy. In fact, this morning, when I woke up, it was 45 degrees out. It was so cold that when I was walking up the mountainside, man, I could see my own breath. It was so cold that everything condensed around me into Mountain Dew. Dew of the mountain, not the drink Mountain Dew. But it's pretty chilly up here because we're at 9,000 foot in elevation, you know, we're high up. Hey Shannon, how's it going? Ask Mitch to Rishaw never takes us anywhere. Oh. Oh, Power T is mostly always usually right as to which way you should go. But not always right with which way we do go. Just because we should does not mean we're smart enough to listen. Just tells us about places he never takes us with him. Hey McNally, still walking, looks nice. Yes sir, welcome to the Colorado Rocky Mountains. It is beautiful out here, man. A nice tepid, like 68 degrees. The sun is beating down on us though. We're getting a lot of UV rays coming in, but the temperature ain't bad. Love the blue skies of Colorado. They're awesome, Shayna. Also, guys, your boy just forgot that he had a sunflower in his ear, and felt like a weird feeling on the side of my head and went to scratch it and accidentally punched the flower. Oops. Slather on that sunscreen. Oh, I have been, Shayna. I have. Be safe, my dude. Lots of cars. Not usually Magnolis, but they come in waves. Where all of a sudden you get like 16 cars at once, and then you'll have like quiet roadside for 20 minutes. It's really weird. Which one SD is less cool than the Amsterdam one? We all hear all the stories of the places we supposedly went. Our buddies just do this stuff in the area to help the green screen trade. Hello. All these motorhomes, buses, how can they afford the fuel? How can they trust this mountain grade? Like, I would not trust driving up this thing. It just gets steep at some point. They're gonna get stuck somewhere. But yeah, also the fuel. Isn't the fuel like a little bit lower than it was for a while though? I thought it was back down to the $3. I think I heard Hitch is hitchhiking to the San Diego one. Cats459, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. Don't fly places, pay for hotels, camping is a lifestyle. Hello. When we get to Santa Monica, me and T are going skinny dipping in the ocean. We are not taking you with us. All right, fair enough. Hello. I wonder if the waves of the cars has to do with stoplights in the cities themselves doing some weird butterfly ripple effects. Honestly, I just think you know what it is, Sean? Every once in a while, an 18-wheeler is coming up the grade, and in an area where it gets really, really steep, their speed slows down to nothing, and all the cars get stuck behind them. So then everyone slows down, and it just creates pockets. He's back to solo hitchhiking. Nice. The logo next to the name, that is. And he is gorgeous stretch of the road though. It's beautiful. Bulldozers, beautiful. Or Prius, I get what you mean. Hello. That guy was close. God, it's so beautiful out here, guys. I just can't get over it. It makes me so happy to see mountains. That rig was very close. Yeah, I did not like that one. A bit close, truck in the motor. Gorgeous location. I forgot about the elevation and the coolness via Google weather. Yeah, but it's really cool. The only problem is because we're so high up, I don't have a whole lot of access to oxygen, which can be rough. Getting up to that 9,413 foot peak that we hit this morning was a bit of a struggle. It was actually really hard to keep my food down, but we managed to do it all. We're through it now. We're living life. Just a couple feet away from death. Yeah. Just back from dinner and see what's else. Can you imagine Hitch goes driving by Sean and as the driver pull over to let him out? You know what would be really, really cool, Gecko? I'm obviously not going to make it to California until after TwitchCon, unfortunately. But not too much later than TwitchCon. It would be really cool if I got to meet up with Hitch in California. That would be kind of awesome. You're on your own. Skinny dip in there in the Pacific is freezing. Someone's standing up and down. Well, I think in Santa Monica, if I'm not mistaken, the ocean, the Pacific there is going to be pretty warm. I don't think it starts getting cold until you get up to closer to like San Francisco. Starts heating pools just in case. I'm going to find out though, I swear. The first thing I'm going to do once I hit the Santa Monica Pier is after I hit the pier, walk down to the ocean and just walk right on in, face plant right into the water after I get rid of my electronics. Is there another person doing this walking thing too? How well they doing? Okay. There was a woman named Margaret who had an Instagram called Margaret Across America. She left in February. Hold on. She left in February, Giojo. Unfortunately, she ended up calling it quits when she got to Chicago, Illinois. And she stopped her voyage and instead took her time off from work to go fly to Greece. So that was fun. The entire Pacific is an iceberg cold. Is it really? Alright, well, fair enough. Has anyone got an update on Slamma? Also, how is Mom? I haven't seen her on today. I got an update on Richie Slamma the night I was in the hotel in Walsenburg. He had to go in for another surgery. And they were keeping him for a little bit longer before releasing him again. He's staying strong and staying motivated. He says it's going to take a lot more than a fishbone to take him down. And that he was going to try to make it to a couple of streams, but he's doing all right. Water too cold, maybe mid-60s. Yeah, you know what? Mid-60s, Wiggy-Bits, is like, that's what the beach temps are up in like New Hampshire and Massachusetts, where I go to the beaches. I'm fine with that. Sorry, dead deer on the side of the road. Pacific water is pretty cool, except for some of the bays. Nice. How are people surfing in Hawaii if it's iceberg cold? Fair point. How do you go swimming with whale sharks if it's that cold? The Pacific gets warm off of Mexico. Yeah, you know, it actually occurs to me. I went and I spent a week in Santa Monica. It's not Santa Monica, in San Diego. Never once actually went into the water. Oops. So many flies. Yeah, it was because of the dead deer, Ziggy, sorry. They like showing off their... What? When I lived in San Diego years back, if it hit 70, everybody flocked to the beaches. Dude, when I was in San Diego, there was never a day where it was like, it was 80 every day. Never below 80, never over 80. It was beautiful. Pacific get warm if you pee in it. That's true. That's the trick anyone can use. Just pee in the water here and it'll get warm. There used to be a rumor, Gecko, at the beaches up in New Hampshire, because we'd have great white sightings every once in a while. So there was a rumor that if you peed in it, it would attract the sharks. And that's what we used to tell the kids at the beaches. Whoa. Put our feet in the water when we walk the beach once? Yeah, I guess. Water temperature that is not air temperature. Oh, I got you. And apparently we went to San Diego what they consider to be the worst time of year to go. We went at like the end of May, beginning of June, so it was just setting in with June gloom, the gray skies and all that. It was still gorgeous, man, every bit of the second. I like that rumor. Whoa. If you pee in the water, you'll attract the sharks. Woo! That's cool. There's an elk crossing sign up ahead. I've never seen a wild elk. Well, actually, aside from the ones in Kansas, but I don't know if they were wild. Keep your eyes open. Here, elky, 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 elky. Here, elky, elky. What? Oh wow, beautiful mountains. 2 hour right. June, July, August, every day pretty much the same weather in San Diego. Coastal clouds come in every night. Isn't it strange how the elk know where to cross? Yeah, it is a little weird. Kind of sounds like you're calling Alex. Oop. So Sean knows a little. But actually though, T, there's like somewhere in Europe, I forget where in Europe, but they started making land bridges over highways so that animals could have a way to safely cross the highways, and animals, like within a couple of months of it being up, learned that that's where to cross. So what I'm saying is wild animals can learn exactly where to cross. I remember elk just standing in the damn road near SP, Colorado, created a traffic jam. I can see that. The only time I've ever seen a wild moose siggy was on the Kangamangas Highway. Up in the White Mountains in New Hampshire, and it caused a massive traffic jam. First of all, everyone was stopping to take pictures of it, which is dumb, because people were about to get charged by this giant bull moose. But they do it anyway. Elk bulls are big, approaching moose size. Yeah, they follow the scent. Those animals you put in Discord looked like alpacas. I think we determined that they were pronghorns. Pronghorn antelope. I did not know that antelope existed in Colorado, but now we know. We've seen them. They exist. Hey, straight up though, guys, why couldn't the entire walk across the entire US be like this? This is awesome. This is great. Kansas, why are you more like Colorado? What's going on, man? You gotta talk. No Privy Bee, actually. So we left on May 1st, and we left from Boston, Massachusetts. The coldest temperatures I faced is within a week of leaving. We were in the Appalachian Mountains in what they call the Berkshires in Massachusetts. And so we were high up in elevation. It was still early in May, and it got down to, I think, just sub 30. It was like 28, 29 degrees, but it snowed on us overnight. That was the coldest we've seen on this trip so far. If you didn't go through the fields, you wouldn't appreciate the mountains and oceans as much. I guess that's true. May is still hot for me. Well, yeah, down in Georgia, it's always hot, man. It's never not hot. Also, Big Papa Pump 007. Great name. Loved reading that. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Let's see. I can look it up. Wikibit. At this very moment, my elevation is... That doesn't sound right. Hold on. Let me try reloading that. Okay, apparently our elevation is 8,507 feet, according to this thing. So I guess we're not... Are we walking flatter than I thought we were? It feels like I've been walking downhill, but we really haven't been losing elevation. And yeah, it was 9,413 feet this morning at the summit. Pepsi or Coke? I prefer Coke. I prefer Diet Coke over any of them, to be honest with you. I think it's like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, then Coke, then Pepsi. Higher than I thought? Yeah. We're just out here vibing, Wiggy-Bits. Just out here vibing. Is it wrong people keep asking how high you are in Colorado? Well, nah, not wrong at all. It's a valid question. Red Pepsi and Diet Coke? I don't like Rec Pepsi. It's just too much sugar. I think that's my problem. I don't have that sweet tooth. It's not for me. You know what I like? I like that aspartame. That's what I like. That's why I like Diet Coke. That chemical that just, you can feel your teeth rotten after drinking it, you know? That's the feeling I want to feel. Fort Garland is 7,900 feet in elevation. Oh, easy. So, pretty much then, if I'm not psyching myself out, Principal Matthew, right? It should pretty much just be downhill till there, right? Unless it's like downhill and a little bit uphill and whatever, but it should be mostly just downhill to there. Root beer or Canada Dry ginger ale, gang? Canada Dry over root beer. I don't like root beer. I haven't tried Diet Pepsi. I hardly ever have soda. Ginger ale is good, yeah. Canada Dry is good. I like a Sprite because it's close to water. Hey, Honky McConkerson. I don't know you, but I love you. Sox have fallen on their face this season. Pretty much all about the Padres now. Yeah, the Sox have been having a rough time. What did they just play the Toronto Blue Jays and they went like 12-3 or something like that? Yeah. Rough games, rough games. For SodaStream, the only flavor that tastes like the real thing is 7-Up. Low. Aspartame affects the endocrine system. Tastes good though. That's what I'm saying, Justin TV. Screw the repercussions in my body. As long as it tastes good, I'm in. I already got a honk today. Low. Honk 3 times. That's a horny driver. Lol. Counting all 3 honks. When will we see a hot tub pool stream? Whenever I'm near a hot tub pool and feel like streaming, I guess. The answer to that question? Let me tell you that instance does not happen very often, if ever at all. But maybe. You know what I'm looking forward to on the back end? In Santa Monica, I'm going to try to see if I can get like a pedicure. I've never had a pedicure before in my life. I wonder what it would be like with monster feet like I have. You want to be watching any football on your walk? I'm in 2 different fantasy leagues with bits, so I'm going to be like keeping up to date, but I don't think I'll be able to catch any games unless they happen on an off day, I mean, until October, the end of October when I finish the strip. Then I'll catch them all. These hotels have pools. There are more trees in the frame than all of Kansas combined. Low. Hot Springs, Colorado. Night of Hamsters, that would be cool. I would stream a hot stream visit if I could find a hot springs in Colorado. Shot in a bikini. Low. Walk across the USA pushing his hot tub on wheels and he wheels through ground. Low. Elevation change map for a bike path from here to Santa Monica. You have about 9 more uphill sections. That's not bad. Hey, Speedify Babs, how's it going? You're gonna have to pay big for anyone who even touched them feet showing. Oh, I know. 2 more sleeps, dude. Yeah, we're almost there. Anyone else picturing the pedicure from Dumb and Dumber? That's pretty much what it's gonna look like, JC. Listen, I'll be honest, not to talk too much about my feet, but they're not all that deformed. They don't look mutated or anything like that, but they are hard as rocks. They are calloused over for sure, for sure. What's the next state border? So from here, we're walking all the way across Colorado, through Durango, through Pagosa Springs, through all that, and we're gonna be hitting 4 corners. At 4 corners, Geo-Joe, we're gonna be hitting, it's where Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona all meet. So I'm gonna step foot in Utah and New Mexico, and then we're all through Arizona, all the way through until we hit Nevada. Just a short little sliver of Nevada on the very south before we hit the Mojave Desert in California, and then Santa Monica up here from there. The Speedify / Subway Sean stream on Thursday. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Make sure you guys check it out. I'm excited for it. I'm pushing as hard as I can these next 2 days to get to a hotel, so I know that I will be in reliable service and ready to go. Mountain folk be thinking Sean is Bigfoot. Lol. Pagosa Springs is great. I've never been. I'm excited for it, Shayna. Going way out of the way to touch Utah. Am I bad at geography? Hold on, let me No, I was right. It is Utah. Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona. Did you bring nail clippers in German? For some reason I memorized that word instantly, no idea why. I do have nail clippers, yes, Iggy, and I have been clipping my toenails if you're interested. Yeti doesn't sell as good. Lol. If you're on the road, it's a half a mile out of the way, but if you're not on the road, it's out of the way. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I'm definitely Danger Dan. I'm definitely going to the Four Corners Monument because I have to. I'm gonna be that close. Like I'll add a half a mile to the trip. You know, it's a mile total to get there and back. Four Corners looks low. His toenails. What about his fingernails? I have a horrible habit, Sean TC. Although I have a theory that it's not that horrible, but I have a horrible habit of biting my fingernails. Maybe I'll memorize that word too now. I can't even read it, Ziggy. Probably not. Big boy truck right next to us. It's called 160 there. Yep, that's where we're gonna be. It would be funny to watch you standing along the cars, waiting to get into Four Corners. Hello. Playing Twister with the I used to bite my fingernails. I stopped when I started going to college. I'm not sure my teeth would be strong enough for that habit anymore. I really should stop, Sean, and I've tried to stop on multiple occasions. One time I even stopped for a couple of months and then I got back into it. But believe it or not, I read a study that said that biting your nails might actually be good for your immune system because the bacteria and stuff that you collect in the dirt under your fingernails exposes your immune system to small amounts of bad bacteria and stuff like that it's able to fight off, and it keeps your immune system strong and it works it out so that it never gets bad. But that could be a bias study. Hey Seiko, man, thank you for the 5 bits. That is awesome of you. I really appreciate it. It also adds flavor to the nails. Gross. No wonder I'm never sick. That's what they say anyway, Wiki Bits. I like the sound of it because it it quantifies and gives an excuse to a habit that I have that's generally pretty bad. I read that one too, but it's still quite disgusting to think about. Yes, it is. Very much so. Just tell people you want a quick pick of your baby Four Corners before it wakes up so they can skip the line. Biting your nails loaded with calcium. Well, I don't. Oh, gross. You don't eat the nails. You just bite them. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Oh. My brother does it there. Yeah. Hey, Trailer Trash Tornado, how's it going? Where are all these cars coming all of a sudden? Bring me back my silent road. I don't think there's going to be a line. I don't think so either. I think we're going to be fine to see Four Corners. Yeah. He bites your nails. Oh. Should be coming around the mountain when she comes. Hoping it's fun. Gross. Ooh, yeah, that's a strong gust of wind coming out of nowhere. Hey, baby, what's going on? Trailer Trash Tornado, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. That is awesome of you. Lunchtime in the mountains. We just had ourselves a bag of chips. We're on a low eating schedule right now, bulldozers, because our next subway was 75 miles away from the last one we went to in Walsenburg. Fight some salt. Oh, probably a shift change at the local job place. Could be. Cool dome head. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But it is cool. Yeah, this is a smaller one though. This one's only about 75 miles. We're trying to get those 75 miles done in 3 days, by the way, which is apparently a lot to ask while walking through the Rocky Mountains. What do you do with all these nail clippings? Someone may find them, some random nail clippings in the middle of nowhere and wonder what is going on. Usually I don't clip my nails unless I'm in a hotel or something like that. And then you just throw them in the trash. I'm still waiting for my lunch ride. Decided on Chinese during the lunch hour in car, Sean. You can imagine how long that takes. See, that's why you should have gone Subway, Sean. Lol. Alright. I think 75 miles in the mountains would be slower than other places. You know, we did 26 yesterday, and it was brutal. And we ended up walking until almost 8 o'clock at night. And the sun sets here in the mountains a lot earlier because obviously the sun's setting over a mountain versus a flatland horizon. It goes down a lot sooner. So it's been interesting. Or Subway would sponsor me if I drove to the country leading Subway. Worth a shot, Foxy Grandpa. Is it cheating if someone brings you Subway? Nope. That being said, Seiko, I am generally a distrusting man. And I would need them to bring like the receipt. It would have to be wrapped in its original wrapping, and I wouldn't take it otherwise. I'm so paranoid about someone trying to feed me something that's not Subway. I wouldn't trust it. And they would have to be a trusted confidant. Alright. Hey Winnie, how's it going? I don't blame you. I mean, just imagine, right? I can't even think of it, Seiko. But imagine I spend this whole time walking, 99.9% of the food that I've had this entire trip has been Subway, except for one sandwich spoiled by somebody else. It would literally break my heart. It's like, imagine walking all this way across the country and like 1 mile someone drove you for a mile or something like that. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't even get in a car. Hey, good afternoon, Winnie. Did you see the mountains? I'm surrounded by the mountains. I'm in them. Bubble tent, lol. Could fake one easy. I've never been abroad in my life. Me neither, really, George. I've made it to Canada, Mexico, and the Bahamas, but that's about it. My abroad travel has not been great. That's what he said, lol. All right. Yep, I'm a dude, not abroad. I like that one, bulldozers. Me too, me too. I'm gonna stick with that one. All right, keep on walking. Let's go in and got any travel plans after your walk is done? Unfortunately, Winnie, I have spent all my monies on this here walk. I am a poor, broke man and cannot afford to travel. So one of the reasons I have to get this walk done in October like I do is so that I can like be able to get back to work and keep making some monies. So that's really the only goal I have ahead is I gotta get back to work. I'm gonna keep on streaming for sure. I'm thinking about doing like survival streams or doing some sort of like chasing Guinness World Records or something like that, and just like streaming myself as I train the process and having fun. And it should be a great time, but I gotta get back to earning some money. Someone fund a trip to Germany for me, please. Lol. More miles vertically traversed, yeah. Giving forgot to remind you to spiel. Oh yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna wait until 3 hours in, then I'll spiel. Was that a dead snake or a belt from a car? It was a belt from a car. Yeah, it's a belt from a car. There's some awesome land out here for camping. Like if I had made it my 25 miles already today, you could just pull over right here, set up the tent, and be a happy camper. It'd be nice. Are you going to write a book about your experiences? Yep, Seiko, I definitely plan to do that. So I'm gonna go, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Santa Monica, right? I'm gonna take a week off in Santa Monica, enjoy the fruits of my labor. I'm gonna fly back home, give myself a week or two back home before I start jumping right back into the working world. And I'm gonna use that time to edit up a couple of YouTube videos to go over this trip and like the highlights and all that fun stuff. Post those to YouTube. Follow the channel at Subway1 if you want. And then I'm gonna get started on a book, or at least framing, you know, what I would write about, what each like section would be about, and all that good stuff. Let us know the release date. Will do. If I understand the map correctly, are you not going that trail you planned originally? We are not. No. Shot in the dark. Nope. Unfortunately, that map would have worked. Sorry, hold on. A lot of traffic. So we originally planned on going the Mosca Pass and staying a little bit farther north. It would have been shorter to go that way, all the way across the country, but it would have created a 180-mile subway drought. So in order to break that drought in half, we have to go into Alamosa. So what we could have done is we could have taken the Mosca Pass across the sand dunes and then gone directly due south to Alamosa, but this route ends up being shorter to get to that subway. So because we changed the destination to this subway instead of walking straight across, we changed the route. You know what you're going to be streaming aside from survival stuff? Like I said, when you're probably going to be doing like chasing Guinness Book of World Records and stuff. One of the ones that we brought up and talked about for a little bit was I had someone look up what the world record is for the longest consecutive unicycle ride. And I think it would be really fun to stream the whole process of teaching myself how to unicycle again, because I haven't done it since 8th grade, and then trying to beat that. On skipping Mosca Pass, yeah. I salute your dedication to Subway. Thank you, Dedicated. Beautiful but brutal, pushing that weight. Yeah, I also heard, Shabby, that there were going to be portions of it that would be hard to get Wilson through because how thick he is. So there were going to be parts where I was going to have to like empty out along and carry them through the pass, come back, pick him up, and carry him, and then re him on the other side, and it was going to be awful. Hey Keiko, how's it going? Next monumental dash on unicycle the country. Whoa. You know what? I honestly, unicycle country, I definitely need someone else coming, like a van, in order to get me the food that I needed. But it would probably be faster than walking it. Not gonna lie. Set to the minimum they possibly can be. Second ad every like 20. Also, Phil's 25. Man, thank you very much. Welcome to the wall. All right, hold on. A lot of, okay. Hold on. Walk. The camera angle makes it look like you're in a wheelchair with a, oh goodness, Britt. Nope, just pushing a stroller, just push. Get that out of there. That's my foam roller, my leg roller. walking across the country, you know, like any normal person.
Fucking awesome. Fucking Forrest Gump, man.
Yeah?
Shit. I just watched Forrest Gump the other day at work. At the other night. Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! Fuck. I wish I could do that.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
What keeps you going?
These guys in here, like I said, I got a whole bunch of people watching us along the ways. They're here for the journey. They're fun to talk to. They keep me distracted on the miles I'm walking.
Oh, okay.
So.
Am I distracting you?
No, you're good. You're good. I stop in here for the view. It's beautiful.
Sorry to bother you eating.
No worries.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful out there. Yeah, I'm from the reservation right over there.
Oh, no kidding. The Seneca? Just walked through there all yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Did I see you?
I don't know.
Where'd you come from?
So I was on 20. So again, I can't get too far away because I'm tethered to it. But this is the setup we have. We have the tent in the front right here. Sleeping bag on top of that. All our electronics and geared, waterproofed in the plastic bin down there. Nice rubber wheels. We got the camera mounting setup up here. And then our bag with everything in it right there as well. And that's the whole setup. That's the whole shebang. We're doing it. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Gotcha.
And he drove by you, so he called me up and he's like, "Hey man, gotta go check, you know, because we're a group of believers and we all live together."
Okay.
And share everything together.
Sure.
Like a community type thing.
Yep.
And but we're actually believers and we believe in the Bible and stuff like that too.
Gotcha. Cool.
But he's like, "Yeah, he looks like a nice man. You gotta go talk to him, see what." So I jumped in my vehicle and came out here to see what was going on.
Hey man, yeah, I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would invite you home, but
yeah, I appreciate it, but yeah,
you're
in the middle of the trip.
Thing that you're doing, but
I'll take that. Yeah.
If you ever get tired or anything, check out our website that's on here. Just a little thing about us.
Okay.
And then on the back here, we got a little website over here. And any of the
Where's my nipple coming off? Squeeze that back on. Here we go. Can I do a foot-long Italian herbs and cheese? Yeah, I'm currently walking across the country.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Oh, no kidding. How'd you hear about it?
Someone told me about you.
Oh, no kidding. I was going to give you a business card. Here, yeah, look at that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That's awesome.
I'm surprised. I didn't think it was real.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I left yesterday. Yesterday was the first day, and we're Wait, what did I just stumble into? What is this? What's happening? His finger and his thumb in the shape of an L on his forehead. But the years start coming and they won't stop coming. Head to the ruling, they hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb.